Boom. All right. Yay. It's the Altered Perspective, episode 37. Take 2.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and I already had a fuck up at the beginning here. It showed my playlist instead of the VLC video output. I'm looking at
it's
it right now.
It's not a live stream if it doesn't have problems, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was just...
Right.
Yeah, so whatever. I mean, that's not that big of a mistake. I mean, the last time there was that weird feedback that was going on. Remember that shit?
Oh, yeah. That was a very subtle, like, annoyance, but...
Yeah, well...
that can ruin a whole show, you know?
I mean, it was enough. Now, Pimpy isn't here tonight. He had other stuff he needed to do, but he'll be back on Sunday, next Sunday. So... yeah, both of my co-hosts in the intro are not here. And I know Evan's not really a co-host anymore, but he was. I just like that intro better, the one that he's in. Probably have to...
right. Yeah, it's synced better. You'll have to get a new one eventually, but yeah.
Yeah. Because of Jeff. What about Jeff?
Oh, yeah. I did want to say one thing, though. Happy birthday to the other guest here.
Oh, yeah. Happy birthday.
Well, thank you very much. Yeah.
No problem, man.
The big 3-5.
Damn.
Any celebrations recently or coming up here?
Oh, yeah. I did a huge party last night. Hung out with a bunch of buddies. Went after a fifth handle of Johnny Walker, you know.
How did you feel when you woke up?
Pretty bad.
Yeah, I hate that. You know, I knew someone that was Russian, and they told me that when you have a bad hangover, if you drink pickle juice, it'll make you feel better. And I do that every time now, and it does actually help. It's so crazy.
Yeah, well, one of the things that we were doing is we were actually like taking Gatorade breaks throughout the night because there's a bunch of old guys.
Yeah.
I think part of the pickle juice thing is probably a placebo, though. But I mean, if it works for you, then it works. You know?
I don't know. I've heard that the stuff that they use to like season pickles help, but yeah, maybe invisible elephant man guest guy.
Yeah, it was the pink elephants. Mm-hmm.
I saw way more than enough people that have done the pickle juice trick. If I had pickles on hand, I'd have done it.
Yeah. I mean, like it's weird when you drink enough of it, you kind of feel, I don't know. It has vinegar, it has salt, it has garlic usually in it. I wonder if there's an article about it.
Dusty the Cockatiel hopes Skeptalk had a beautiful birthday.
Did you?
Oh, that's nice.
Birthday wishes from a beautiful bird.
Hell yeah. What more can you ask for, right?
And tonight I'm going to be streaming overtime. So after the regular 2-hour show, I'm going to take a break and then I'll come back and stream other stuff, whatever the fuck I come up with. I don't even have anything planned. But, you know,
I'll go somewhere. I'm
running a marathon to try and reach this goal. That's what's up.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, if we reach the goal during this show, I'll just create another one in marathon all night. Fuck it. I got to.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need it, man. I need it. Oh, and also, if you're a patron of mine through this Patreon, double check and see if your payment got declined, because they decline
a lot of people for bullshit reasons. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then once you're declined, they don't try to charge you again more than 1 month. So you just kind of go into limbo where you haven't. Where you don't have an active pledge.
I learned the pickle juice trick from my dad when I was 13. Whether or not it's a placebo, it works. I give it to all drunk friends when they need it. Thanks for having me on DP.
No problem.
Take my money.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah. Yeah. So there you go.
Pickle juice confirmed.
Yes.
Yep, it works. Right. You heard it here first. So try it yourselves. You know, when you alter your perspectives a bit too much, try the pickle juice.
Right.
Oh my God. It's kind of refreshing too. It really is.
Oh yeah, I'm surprised because I would imagine it'd be like really acidic.
Well, some people probably. I mean, it's not for everybody.
Well, and I mean, if you're needing specific, nutrients and minerals and stuff like that, your body will think some stuff that's normally pretty gross is good.
Why pickle juice is the ultimate hangover remedy according to science. It's backed up by science. Corpse beat it.
And
Oh shit.
And Megan Fleming.
Actual real life science? Are you kidding me?
Yes.
Damn. Now I have to give this my full attention.
Yeah, let's see if they explain why. Yeah, see, it says it's an age-old trick employed by vodka-chugging Russians.
All right, I'm more inclined to believe it now if Russians are talking about it.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I had a friend that was Russian that told me to drink pickle juice when I had a hangover, and I tried it, and I felt so much better.
Hell yeah, man. Hey, I mean, I can't even get trashed yet, but I'll know to try that one day.
It says the salt and vinegar in the pickle juice will cause your body to start storing water and restoring electrolytes to put your body back in balance.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
There's real science behind that business.
Yeah.
Huh?
It's not a placebo. You fucking doubting Thomas.
I'm a doubting Thomas.
Yes.
Never heard that expression before.
You haven't?
Yeah, it's pretty
No, I've never heard that before. I guess it exists then.
Are you being sarcastic?
No, I'm not. I'm not even kidding you. I've never heard that before.
Okay,
once in my life.
when Jesus came back from the dead, he met all of the apostles, and the one that doubted that it was really him's name was Thomas, and that's where
I see.
Yeah.
I see. Yep, never heard that before. That's weird.
Yeah. So, one thing that I got a ton of to play tonight are political ads. Some of them, some of them are older. I just found this website that just had a ton of them on it, or a YouTube channel that had a ton on it. And I just downloaded a bunch of the older ones. So some of these are years old. I just love the way they position things like this.
Trust. It's a simple
we'll dive back into the past.
Lois Capps didn't report rental income from her staffer to the IRS for 10 years.
Shit, Lois Capps is a piece of shit.
A lifetime of service built on trust.
She said she disclosed the income immediately after realizing.
Oh, damn, Lois Capps. Man, she should be executed.
In 2012.
Trust. It's a simple word with a powerful meaning.
But her accountant disclosed her rental income to Congress 6 years ago.
Fucking torture this bitch.
She deserves to hang, right?
Yeah.
She's really, really, really like gaunt looking. She looks like she's got something seriously wrong with her.
Yeah.
Her eyes are all sunken in like a zombie and shit.
Yeah. Who looks like that, right? Like, who looks like that?
You know, I think a lot of times when people make attack ads on, on the opposite side, they find video and photos where they look really bad. Because I saw another one recently that was like that, where they just chose the worst looking photos of the person they were attacking.
Hillary,
oh, fuck it. Well, they did that with Obama, too.
Every one of them.
They made Obama darker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit, yeah.
So
put the darker filter over him and shit. Damn.
Betty Sutton voted for radical cap and trade.
She's a radical.
Oh, damn.
Don't ever vote for this bitch. She's a radical.
For families and businesses. She helped Pelosi pass Obamacare.
Oh, Pelosi and Obamacare. You throw those two words in.
Right there.
Oh, yeah, both of those together. Because Pelosi just means like the devil. Pelosi is just Republican for devil.
Yeah, a lot of these ads are basically them pulling out the words like, especially the Republican ones, to be like, oh my God, They brought up George Soros. They brought up Obamacare.
Yep.
I don't like those.
George Soros, Obamacare, Pelosi, Harry Reid, and Chuck Schumer. You bring up any of them, that's basically like saying this person's in league with Satan.
Right.
Yep.
Just like listing off vampire, werewolf, fucking just to a bunch of peasants in the Middle Ages. They're like, no, screw these things.
They cut $700 billion from Medicare. Betty Sutton voted for billions in wasteful stimulus spending that failed to create the jobs it promised. All told, Sutton voted with Nancy Pelosi.
Look, look at the picture of Nancy Pelosi they picked. Where she looks like a total crazy old bitch. Like holding up her finger. You know, like she's like your bitchy fourth grade teacher. Yeah. Exactly.
99% of the time and counting. Betty Sutton. In Washington, she works for Pelosi, not Ohio.
Oh, damn. She's a Washington insider. She's Pelosi's bitch. She doesn't deserve to represent Ohio.
Is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Unlike that other politician, right?
Yeah, whoever else. Yeah, whatever. They do this shit all the time. Here's another one.
Sometimes Washington works, just not for us. Take Betty Sutton and Nancy Pelosi.
Shit.
It's her again.
They ran through Obamacare and cut over $700 billion from Medicare.
Damn, they really hate this bitch,
cap and trade. And
I mean, I mean, for every state, there's ads like this. There's a political action committee, and they make ads for every state where there's an election, and they just bash the candidate that they're against. So that's what this is. This is from some sort of political action committee YouTube channel.
Buzzwords.
wasted almost $800 billion on the failed stimulus.
Oh, the SS stimulus is sinking. It's a sinking ship. Oh, God.
$25,000 in contributions
what a
from
great
Nancy
metaphor.
Pelosi's PAC. She voted with Pelosi 99% of the time. Betty Sutton. She works for Pelosi, not for you.
Man,
see, they even got her wagging her finger in now. They They took that picture of her with her finger up, and now they're making it
Leadership Fund
move.
is responsible for the content of this advertising.
God.
Whoever did the animation for that ad went to the Dora the Explorer school animation, because that was a fucking cartoon.
Yeah.
They had to dumb it down for its intended audience.
Here's another one that's like that.
Gallego supports Obama's job-killing healthcare law that cuts Medicare $716 billion.
Fucking Gallego sounds like a foreigner to me.
Gallego voted to increase taxes on small businesses, risking $28,000.
He's not American. He can't be.
How can that be Gallego when it's Gallego?
They found the picture of him looking like someone farted in the room that he was stuck in.
Yeah.
Jobs. And in the state legislature, Gallego supported new sales taxes and voted for higher taxes and fees. Pete Gallego, shine a light on his record, and things don't look so good.
So
Congressional Leadership Fund is responsible for the content of this
the
advertising.
ultimate evil. You know, I never understand about these attack ads. I get it to some extent, but wouldn't you try and make them, catered towards people that aren't already just going to vote for the Republicans anyway?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you try and catch those people in the middle with these ads? I don't know.
Right.
I guess not.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about ruining reputations and bringing up shit that they've done that people would object to, basically.
Hey, just like the internet these days.
Yeah.
Too much, too long. That's Leonard Boswell. Boswell voted for the
Colonel
stimulus,
Sanders?
both bailouts and a giant national energy tax. Boswell voted for higher income taxes 4 times, higher death taxes 3 times, and $300,000 in taxpayer-funded bonuses for his own personal staff. After 15 years in Washington, Leonard Boswell just can't stop spending. Too much, too long. It's time for him to go.
So years and years and years ago, when John Kerry ran against George Bush, they were attacking John Kerry's military record. They went after that a lot. And and John Kerry's position in the military, he was a swift boat captain. There were these boats that they used in Vietnam, and they were called swift boats, and John Kerry was a captain of one of them. So this political action committee came up called the Swift Boat Veterans for Truth, and it was a bunch of old swift boat veterans that basically said John Kerry cannot be trusted. It was crazy.
Damn, Jesus Christ. That's really how it gets. It's not normally as bad during the midterms as like the regular elections, but all the shit slinging is just like it goes in full force. It's crazy because it seems like the rest of the time these politicians try to pretend like they're cordial with each other, but as soon as they're in competition, they take the shit.
Oh yeah,
nothing.
Go ahead.
There's not enough positive things to say about any candidate to try to make like an ad that would be like, hey, check out how cool this guy is. The only option they have is how shitty that guy is.
Yeah, right? You're right. That's a good point. It's kind of like how Donald Trump now is best buddies with Ted Cruz, even though they chat on each other during. Yeah.
Texas Ted.
Texas Ted.
No,
beautiful Ted.
Content of this advertising.
Here's I found one of the swift boat ads. Here it is.
Oh, damn.
They had personally raped, cut off ears, cut off heads.
The Wall Street Journal?
This is, John Kerry testified about atrocities that happened in Vietnam when he was younger. And that's what this photo is, and that's why the swift boat veterans are fucking pissed, or they were pissed about him possibly being president.
Accusations that John Kerry made against the veterans who served in Vietnam was just devastating.
Randomly shot at civilians.
And it hurt me more than any physical wounds I had.
Cut off limbs, blown up bodies.
That was part of the torture, was to sign a statement.
See, this is less shit slinging and more of like an appeal to emotion. Like, doesn't this tug at your heartstrings? Like, all this is missing is "In the Arms of the Angel" or some like song like that.
They want to seem like he defamed all of his fellow servicemen.
Yeah. Raised villages in fashion reminiscent of Genghis Khan.
John Kerry gave the enemy for free.
Genghis Khan? Is that like Zhao Dong?
Yeah, Genghis Khan.
My comrades in North Vietnam in the prison camps took torture to avoid saying. It demoralized us.
Crimes committed on a day-to-day basis.
He betrayed us in the past. How could we be loyal to him now?
Ravaged the countryside of South Vietnam.
He dishonored his country and, more importantly, the people he served with. He just sold them out.
Swift Boat Veterans for
John
Truth is responsible for the content of this advertisement.
I don't know.
In hell, John
I'm
Kerry.
pretty sure there were atrocities committed in Vietnam. I mean...
Yeah, there were.
It does not seem far-fetched.
Yep.
Betty Sutton's been busy supporting
Fucking
big
Betty
spending
Sutton.
Nancy Pelosi.
Oh, Nancy Pelosi!
Voted for cap and
Oh
trade.
man, there's that word again.
Where's Obamacare?
That could kill 100,000 Ohio jobs. Sutton voted for the failed stimulus
Man,
spending.
is this animation taking place in Von Hilton's house? What's with all the fucking flies in the background?
Let's get into it.
Oh, damn. Fucking Von Hilton, man. I'm gonna go crazy looking at all the fucking videos I do of him. Yeah, I think you have one tonight, too, which is pretty good, so.
Spent $800 billion and created jobs in China. And Sutton voted for Obamacare.
Yeah, I knew that was coming.
There it is.
That could increase
Obamacare,
unemployment by 800,000
Pelosi, those are
jobs. Busy Betty Sutton. A swarm of spending, a real killer.
A swarm of spending, a real killer for Ohio.
Congressional Leadership Fund is responsible for the content of this.
Yeah, this pack is called the Congressional Leadership Fund.
We need something to make Betty Sutton look like something that nobody likes. What does nobody like? Nobody likes bees. Bees
Nancy
are
Pelosi. Yeah,
exactly. Let's make her look like she's a swarm of bees.
All right. What else we got?
Those folks up in Washington are more interested in their own personal agendas.
But after 15 years, Mike McIntyre has become one of those folks up in Washington. McIntyre
Oh shit, he's become one of them.
Nancy Pelosi.
Yeah, that same picture too.
Yep, she's got the wag finger.
Nancy Pelosi speaker and voted the Pelosi line up to 90% of the time. McIntyre voted for stimulus that created jobs in China. And McIntyre's been so busy following Pelosi, he's never passed one of his
Chinese people. I know what they're trying to say, but it sounds ridiculous how they phrase it.
Yeah, they shouldn't phrase it that way. They should say it took jobs away from Americans or sent jobs to China, not create jobs in China.
Yeah.
Bills into law. Mike McIntyre, just another one of those folks up in Washington.
That's what they keep doing.
He
sold out
for the content of this advertising.
Yeah, have you noticed the ongoing theme that every single one of these ads tries to paint like the person has a sellout?
They're saying, oh, they're just a Washington insider. They don't give a shit about the state that they claim to represent in Washington. And here we have Obama, we have Nancy Pelosi, and we have Harry Reid. We're just missing Chuck Schumer, and then we're complete.
Yeah.
Let's see.
The fact that Trump was elected is only going to make the shit talking worse too, because he did a lot of that.
It's true.
Washington's broken and it's hurting us. The largest spending binge since World War II. Tax increases on hard-working families and small businesses. Sadly, Lois Capps has voted to support the Washington way.
Hey, Lois.
With more spending and more taxes, time and time again. Support reform in Washington.
I love how Republicans bitch about taxes, but like taxes are so low, especially for super rich people. I mean,
oh yeah,
it's unbelievable that they complain about how much we pay in taxes.
They claim to do it in the defense of small businesses too, which they need all the help they can get, but that's not who it's actually going to benefit in the long run.
So why don't they take away the ability for huge companies like Amazon to pay no taxes, but then make it better for the small businesses? Why do we have it the other way around?
Well, I mean, we all know that the real reason is because everyone in Washington is bought and sold, but that would clearly be the right solution to have. Just no one ever talks about that, or no one cares to talk about it.
Right.
It's I hate to go off topic, but this video is edited like shit too. Like I could do a better Photoshop job than
Not
this.
the Lois Capps approach of just more of the same. Congressional Leadership Fund is responsible for the content of this advertising.
In 2011, candidate Kathy Hochul promised to cut taxes on small businesses.
I will cut taxes on
Kathy
small
Hochul.
businesses.
But in Washington, Kathy changed.
Look at that
Working
face.
with President Obama to raise taxes that hurt small businesses.
Oh my God,
now we
she's
learn
singing.
Hochul heavily invested
She
in
turned red. Did you see that?
companies that profited from outside.
Oh shit! She's in league with communism.
Oh yeah, that's the type of red we're talking about. She's not satanic. She's a communist.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Sourcing, and that
She's not Republican red. She's
Red
bad.
China.
The bad
Hochul personally
red, yeah.
profited from companies outsourcing jobs overseas and doing business with China. Kathy Hochul breaking promises, profiting from outsourcing. Congressional.
They make China look as like communist as possible.
Yeah,
responsible for the
they're
content
trying to
of this
make it look
advertising.
like China's the center of the universe when it comes to money.
Yep.
Like what the fuck? Damn. Is this the future you want for your children?
Right.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. I do.
I get to the point where I can't even handle the ads anymore. I'm so glad it's almost over. And then we won't have ads anymore until the primaries for the presidential campaign starts. Then we'll start to see the ads.
Oh man, the Democrats are gonna put out some of the most meme-worthy ads about making fun of Trump that we'll ever see in American
Well, at first, they're all going to attack each other, which is going to be interesting.
Right.
Oh yeah, that is true. That is true. Man, I can't believe that, it's been months that we've been saying this, but the Democrats still haven't found like a person to rally behind, like not even
waiting.
a couple people that they're thinking about.
You know what? They probably do have people, like the people at the top of the establishment of the Democrats. they probably have people in mind. The thing is that they don't want to divert attention away from the task at hand right now. So
yeah, the midterm.
Yeah. Sure. They want to focus on that, but we'll start to see rumblings of it. There will be 2 or 3 front runner type people, and then once we see them take it to the vote, then we'll know who the clear winner is going to be. And
these are gonna have to be some bold choices. And
I believe they said that they got rid of the superdelegate thing. I thought I read an article.
I think so. Yeah. Yeah. Bernie talked about that.
Yeah. If they can do that, then that would be great, because basically that was just a loophole that allowed them to go against their voting base and pick whoever they really wanted to be their candidate, which is really ridiculous.
Yeah, kind of like the Electoral College, huh?
Right.
Yeah, kind of.
No, I know it's not that bad, but
right.
It's still pretty undemocratic in my opinion.
Yeah, for the Democratic Party. I mean, some people just call them the Democrat Party.
I don't know which one is actually proper.
Let's look it up on Wikipedia, but I think it's Democratic Party.
I think it might actually be just Democrat, but
no, I think
it's the Democrat Party.
It certainly lost the intention of its name originally, but I mean they weren't even. They came out of the Civil War around that
Democrat
time,
Party is a slur. It was created by I think the first person I ever heard say it was Rush Limbaugh.
Oh, really?
Yeah. See, you can even see it's called the Democratic Party, and it says here Democrat Party redirects here for the slur in that
Democrat Party.
Yeah,
that's a little bit confusing.
Right.
Whatever. I bet if you click on that article, like for the epitaph, it'll say something about Rush Limbaugh or something.
Yeah, I think Rush Limbaugh created it, but
19th century.
No.
So that's.
Oh, I guess yeah. So it goes back
old.
even further than that. It goes back way further than that.
That's pretty interesting.
Yeah,
it's trying to remove 2 letters is a slur, I guess.
Yeah, well, yeah, because they're saying that they're not democratic.
Democratic, yeah.
Right.
And I mean, they're not. Kind of. I mean,
they aren't. I mean, the superdelegates certainly weren't.
Right.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Founded 190 years ago as the Democratic Republican Party.
Yeah, because they used to be one party, and at some point there was like the Federalists. There was always like opposition to the Democratic Republican Party until eventually they split and they took over the country as like separate entities. And in the 60s there was the flip in their like ideology, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there was.
Well, and then we like the technical definition of the government is a democratic republic, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and or I think we're a constitutional republic.
That's the word. Yeah.
Yeah, you are right. Yeah.
Yeah, and there were all kinds of parties like in the early days of the US. There were like Masonic parties because the Masons had a lot of influence in the government back in the day, so there were like political parties that were specifically created to be anti-Masonic. Yeah.
I can't believe people still think that shit like fucking matters beyond anything.
It doesn't matter. I mean, the only thing.
Just ask Gorilla 199.
The only thing about it that matters is that there happens to be like influential people that are members, but that's it. I mean,
yeah. It's just tradition,
George Washington was one. He's like one of the most famous ones. They have a big monument built in his honor in Washington.
I'm sure that's a big reason why a lot of the people do it too, because they're like, well, George Washington was a Freemason, so that makes me special too, right?
Well, there's also like an implied history that goes back to like the Templars and stuff like that too.
Right.
The Freemasons.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, there was a in the city I grew up in, the Masonic Auditorium there was just like this huge theater that was part of the Masonic temple. Yeah. There was a temple and there was a huge auditorium that like concerts and shit would go on in like mainstream level concerts. It was like a huge theater. And when I was a kid, I saw David Copperfield there. Saw him do
awesome.
Yeah. Late 1980s David Copperfield.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
I saw him in Vegas a few times too. There was one time I went. He looked like he was just like done. Like he didn't want.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah.
In 2011, candidate Kathy.
Oh shit! Sorry. What were you saying?
I was just saying, doing the same shit over and over will do that to you.
Yeah. What is this?
In 2011, candidate
Obamacare in Texas, a showdown worth fighting. But Pete Gallego wasn't on our side.
Pete Gallego
supported Obamacare, higher premiums for Texans, higher taxes, forcing small business to cut
That sounds
jobs,
awfully
a
foreign
$2
to
trillion price tag, reckless and wrong. And yet Gallego still defends it, voting to keep Obamacare in place. Pete Gallego, wrong on Obamacare.
It's a disaster.
Too liberal for Texas. Congressional Leadership Fund is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Get the fuck out of Texas, libtard.
They say Obamacare in almost every ad.
Mm-hmm.
They do.
Obamacare in Texas.
Oh shit! Hold on. No. That was the one I already played.
Zephyr Teach Out pushed to eliminate the cap on our property taxes. But in New York City, Teach Out underpaid her own taxes by thousands. Zephyr Teach Out, another politician from New York City who put...
From New York City?
The Republicans will never accept someone from New York City.
Yeah. What the fuck?
We live in a society.
Well, they just say, oh, man, they're from New York City. They don't understand the common folk.
Yeah, that's why I just find it so ridiculous, because the person they put on the pedestal, Trump, is a quintessential New Yorker, basically.
Right.
He lives in a fucking house filled with gold.
And this is probably an older ad. This is probably pre-Trump. This ad here.
Yeah, that's why I said like the Republicans will never accept a New Yorker.
Right.
That's probably how they thought back then.
Yeah, and also a billionaire who's never like not been rich in his entire life.
Seriously.
I mean, he's worked in his own way, but
I mean, like physical work, which is what a lot of those people respect.
Right. There's actually
he's never cleaned up after the horses. He's never,
Yeah.
There's actually there's actually a video on YouTube of Trump like working at one of his own hotels. I think it's like trying to be funny.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but he like does everything wrong and like slacks off and whatever.
Probably a skit for one of his shows or something. I mean, the man's good at comedy. He's funny, but he's not so good at being a politician or a president, in my opinion.
I wonder if there's I'm looking this up really quick. President Trump works at his own hotel. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Let's take a look at that if you can. That'd be interesting to see.
I wonder if I can. Let's see. Whatever. It is what it is.
Hello, Paul.
Good morning, Mr. Trump.
Oh, it's the Trumpster.
So you're going to teach me something today.
I hope I can do that.
Well, I'm going to try doing your job. It's not going to be easy.
Don't do it too well. Try that one on and see if that fits.
It's very interesting.
So he's the bellman.
We do everything from walking dogs to running up groceries to whatever the
Imagine
guests
if Trump
may
did
need.
this today.
We really never have to say no to a guest. I think we have a guest that's going to be coming down shortly, checking out.
Am I allowed to accept tips?
You are.
Let's go get a guest. How are you?
So awkward.
Very well, thank you.
Did you enjoy your stay?
I did. Thank you so much.
Very good. Well, I'll help you with those bags. Look at this, right? You didn't expect this, right?
I did not expect this.
This is one of the most stilted things I've seen in my life.
Let's see what else he does. There's
Even
a part
worse than an Egghead video.
There's a part where they say he has to walk a dog, and he's like, I don't know if I could be trusted to take care of a dog. And it's like now he's the president.
Yeah, now you're our president.
I hope it's not a vicious dog. Hello, how are you?
Oh
Vicious dog. Good job.
I believe that somebody just called down for a dog walking appointment. I always keep a dog biscuit on hand just in case the dog is either nice or not so nice.
Very good.
Please,
I just want to.
I hope it's not a vicious dog.
I hope it's not a vicious dog.
Hello, how are you?
Oh my goodness!
I'm here to walk your dog.
Oh gosh!
We have a doggy park at the hotel.
Yes.
And I'm going to take it for a little walk.
Thank you.
Have a good time. I'll be back in a few minutes.
Thank you.
Okay, good.
Man, the dog's vicious, huh?
I hope it's not a vicious dog. Yeah, it's like a little dog.
Looks like him walking his own hairpiece.
Hey, sweetheart. Hey.
That's good.
Come on, hon. Come on. We'll go over here. You take your dog, you go outside, it's freezing, and you walk around for a while, and it's not that easy. Okay? Be careful.
Oh my God, do you hear this?
Not easy.
It's not that easy. Thought it would be easy, but it's not easy walking around outside. It's cold.
See what I mean? He's never done like real work like this in his entire life.
I want some Diet Coke and I want to watch some TV.
Yeah.
But it's cold.
Having trouble. I've been away from Fox News for too long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Careful.
I want a couple of
The fact that you
cheeseburgers and I
trusted
want
me
to
with
watch some
that dog
Tucker
was
Carlson.
amazing. Probably she.
Oh, yeah, here it is. He basically says that he can't even be trusted with a dog.
Was amazing.
Oh shit. Hold on.
Me with that dog was amazing.
What the fuck?
Easy. Okay, be
All right,
careful.
here we come.
The fact
Here we
that
go.
she trusted me with that dog was amazing. Probably she shouldn't have, but it worked out. Hello, everyone.
So Trump shouldn't even be trusted with a dog.
But let's trust him with our country, the most powerful country on the planet, the future of human civilization, America.
Everybody, hey Andy. How are you? Nice to see you.
But yeah. Check out the video. He's vacuuming.
Wow, Trump doing mundane things. What's he gonna do next? Just lift up some boulders? Damn.
Yeah. He's gonna flag videos.
Yeah.
He's gonna get on YouTube and flag videos that he doesn't.
He's gonna flag Hillary in the DNC.
Yeah, that's great.
I want to go to Chicago right now where the former president Barack Obama is speaking. Let's listen in.
We said, yes, we can.
But what did you do? Yeah, they said, yes, we can. They gave you the presidency, the House, and the Senate, but what did you do?
I guess you couldn't. You couldn't even take the time to like lift up a finger to try and get some of this shit done. Guantanamo's still open. I mean, the only thing that really got done, and it was towards the ass end of the Obama administration, was gay marriage. That's nice. But come on, man, where's all the shit you talked about?
And he wasn't just he wasn't like, oh, gay marriage is now legal. That had to like go to court and
he just let it happen. Yeah.
Right. Well, he couldn't have done anything about it. It was ruled on by the Supreme Court.
And here's the thing too. Originally, he wasn't even in favor of that shit. So it's not like he even fulfilled one of the promises he had during his original.
I support civil unions.
I support civil unions.
Civil unions.
And that night we said, yes, we did.
But you never did. You never did, Obama. You never did jack.
What if they let Obama run again? I know they can't. That's weird that rule exists, in my opinion.
Right.
But could Obama beat Trump in an election? I don't know.
I think he.
I don't know.
Man, I think he could. He could. I think he'd at least stand a chance. It's not like one of those scenarios where I don't think this person could ever win against Trump. I think it'd be pretty close. A lot of people are fed up with the Trumpster, and enough people like Obama. That I think that some people who otherwise wouldn't have voted for Hillary would vote for him, and really that's how you got to look at it. Would more people vote for Obama than Hillary? And I think that based on his past 2 elections, he did get more people than Hillary, so he probably would beat Trump.
Yeah,
right.
It's true.
Look, we didn't know exactly what challenges.
He got the minority vote like none other, too.
Oh yeah, I wonder why.
Right.
Yeah, no.
Would come when we began that journey together, but here's what we knew: we knew we could get through those challenges.
Pause for a second. Hillary could have done that too, because she's a fucking woman, but she was just so unlikable.
She didn't even get the women vote.
I know. Yeah, she didn't get jack shit. It's crazy how much they fucked up. And an old white balding dude like Bernie Sanders was more likable to most Americans than Hillary, which is funny in this age of social justice.
The same way that this nation at its best always has. With that unconquerable American spirit that says we're in this together.
Man, he sounds a lot older now too, doesn't he?
Oh yeah.
I think his
Those
voice
were not
is
a kind 8 years.
I think his voice is going out too because he's been on the campaign trail.
Oh yeah, that's true.
He's probably popping in here and there at rallies for local elections that are happening. I saw Bill Clinton at a rally for a local politician years ago. It was kind of cool. Yeah, he has a stage presence. He's almost like a comedian. He was actually pretty funny. It's weird. He was really likable too.
Yeah. I'm sorry, but I'm just staring at Obama's head, and I'm like, he should just shave his fucking head, because it looks so weird with him having that fucking that white fox looking get up on him. I don't know, it just looks weird.
That's what happens when you're president. Except for when you dye your hair red and your name is Donald Trump.
Yeah. Right. I think by the time that even if Trump's only president for 4 years, he's gonna lose all his hair by the time that his terms.
Oh
are
my
over.
God, I don't think so.
You don't think so? I think he's only wearing a full toupee by that point.
I don't know.
Like you say, he's clinging on to all he has, and he doesn't have much left.
It's so weird because you think he could afford some kind of surgery or something to give him more hair.
A hair transplant.
Right.
I think he likes his hair though. I think he likes it in spite of the fact that so many people make fun of it. He sees it as like how Mario has his hat, Trump has his hair. It's like his trademark,
Wow.
Or fall as one nation.
It's true.
As one people. Now, a lot has happened since then. And as I've been traveling around the country, I know that there are people who sometimes think, is that still there? Is that spirit still with us? Is it still true? And I am here to report to you today that remains the abiding spirit of the American people.
Yeah, he was always good at giving speeches,
Very much so.
Yeah, he's got charisma. I mean, that's what got him elected.
What else do we have here? I think this has to do with former neo-Nazis.
Just days after 11 members of his congregation were murdered by a neo-Nazi gunman, Rabbi Jeffrey Myers was once again leading the Tree of Life congregation in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, in Friday Sabbath services. Today, the synagogue hosted a prayer vigil to mark the time the massacre began 1 week ago. The services are acts of defiance in the face of the worst instance.
I cannot believe that this is fucking becoming a thing. We were talking about something similar that happened a couple of weeks ago on my podcast Underhaven, and I was like, this better not become one of these normalized things that happens all the time, like hate crimes against Jewish people. Like how it's been so normalized to have school shootings. It's just another fucking week here in America. And I feel like we're going down this direction, man. So much fucking violence in this country. It's sad.
Yeah.
It's sad.
I mean, I can't do anything but agree. Yeah, it's just fucked up.
Yeah. Yep.
Of anti-Semitic violence in U.S. history. Violence which has become tragically more frequent in recent years. Anti-Semitic hate crimes have seen a steady increase since 2015. According to the Anti-Defamation League, there were 1,986 reported anti-Semitic incidents in the United States in 2017, a 57% increase from 2016, which itself had seen a 35% uptick in incidents from the previous year. It's hard to separate
I'm still not
those
used
numbers.
to seeing fucking Essie Cup on CNN, man.
I mean, she's been all over.
Yeah.
She was on CNN for a little while too, on Crossfire. She was on that show for a while. But yeah, you know what's weird? You know, they said all this shit, like they saw an uptick on all this shit, like around 2015 or whatever. That 2014, 2015 is when I really started seeing like all the like Nazi shit being memed on the internet all the time, and the like weird Jew cartoon propaganda shit everywhere, and the swastikas in the chat, you know, that would just like fly by in the chat.
Those were so bad in those years.
Yeah.
They were even worse back then. We don't get those anymore.
I think they've put filters in place that stop those now. Yeah.
Does she look strong as fuck to anybody else? Like she looks like she got some wicked neck muscles there. Like,
yeah, she used to be like, I mean, like she's still nice looking, but she used to she used to be like really, really attractive.
Funny.
Oh yeah,
how
every
she
time you
said, like,
played her,
wasn't
the
racist
perverts
enough.
in the chat would talk about it.
right. I wasn't saying anything like she looks fat or anything like
It's
that.
true.
She looks strong, right?
Yeah.
It's
Thank
true.
you for the donation.
Trump wasn't racist enough.
Right.
From the increasingly rancorous tone of political
Good
discourse.
thing that
in
wasn't
this
a super chat. They would have sent it somewhere else.
Yeah. Guys, if there's anyone out there that wants to show me your support, I would really appreciate it. You can either just send in some more Streamlabs. I'm going to keep streaming tonight to try and get even more. But if you want to send one in, feel free. I could really use the help. This the money that you send into this channel to support me, that goes directly to me. Also, I have Amazon links down below if you want to check those out. All the Amazon links below are for this channel specifically. And then also Patreon. I've added new things to Patreon. So if you want to check that out and sign up, that would be much appreciated. Patreon's a dick. And they...
Yeah. They are.
They're like unsubscribing people. What's with this unsubscribing people thing?
Yep, I guess I guess Twitter likes to unfollow people.
Yep.
YouTube likes to
Right.
unsub people. Patreon likes to decline patrons. Come on, guys, you don't like people using your service?
Yeah, well, declining them and it basically cancels them until they decide to go in. And then, I got a DM the other day from a $100 patron that was like, hey, I'm trying to renew my pledge. It keeps getting declined. And then there's all these weird transactions showing up on my bank statement. And I showed it, I tweeted it at Patreon support. And they were just like, oh, have them contact us. It's like, fuck, man. It's like you're making it so difficult just to accept people's money. Now they have to like take time out of their day to message you about the thing that you should be doing easily.
If we're thinking of the same patron, and I'm pretty sure that we are, they did already message Patreon, and they did not get good results from them. Like, they just didn't get, like, actual fucking help. So, yeah, something has to be done. Because when you're fucking around with, like, patrons of that level, like, that hurts. that hurts, especially for people who
Nazi
might have
memes
smaller
probably
ones.
gained traction in 2015, because that was when society hit peak SJW. Counterculture
Yeah.
FTW.
Sure.
A lot of people don't like to talk about it, but I think that in order for the left to start winning elections and shit, they need to start to take some culpability for the fact that their extremism enabled a lot of Nazis to come back into the U.S. and a lot of other bigoted shit too, like anti-vaxxing. You guys are to blame for that shit, in a way. But damn,
it's when Twitter and Instagram and Tumblr reached their highest levels and transformed, and their hair turned blue, and
yeah,
and
then BuzzFeed came around, and it was like, damn, crazy
country, and a president who's done little to distance himself from the hate mongering of the right's political fringe. So what can we do to stop the rising tide of hate in this country? Joining me now for more insight into this is author of the book White American Youth, My Descent into America's Most Violent Hate Movement and How I Got Out. Founder of the Free Radicals Project and a reformed white supremacist, Christian Picciolini. Christian,
so Italian.
At one time, you had beliefs similar to those held by the man who attacked Pittsburgh's Tree of Life congregation. What infects someone with that kind of
how do you
hatred?
get to
How does that
point?
happen?
Like,
get to what point?
Where like you hate Jews, and then suddenly like you come to a realization one day that that's like a wrong thing to. That's a wrong thing to do. Like,
I think a lot of people. Well, you have to ask how they got to the point of hating Jews too. I think a lot of that is some more like tribalistic bullshit where they want to belong to a group. So
yep.
I mean, it's like a gang type thing. It's the same reason why people would join a gang, and then you have a clear enemy that you're all united.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're all united under a mutual hate.
We are watching you in two different parts of the house. Here is to the Marathon Stream Fund. Had a great time watching you play Metroid Donkey at 2 a.m. Maybe play an online game next. Also guest below you looks like a SH shooter. The Illuminati.
Wow,
you look like a school shooter?
Damn, well,
rough.
I don't go to any schools, luckily, so don't worry about that.
Well, a lot of school shooters didn't go to the school that they shot at. They just like walked into the school. Some of them had gone there. I mean, the Columbine guys, they went to school there, I think. Maybe.
I figured that's how it was most of the time.
No.
Yeah, I guess.
I really think
that like Sandy Hook, that wasn't a student there.
The radicalization of people happens from the day that they're born. The ideology is really just the final permission slip, the driver's license, so to speak, for them to go out and finally be able to act out on their frustrations, their marginalization, or whatever else is broken inside of them. But I can tell you that when somebody with power gives them words that back up what they believe, spreads conspiracy theories.
Thoughts on Piranha Plant making it into Smash, but not Waluigi?
I think Waluigi.
Oh, man.
I know we asked you, but I think Waluigi was kind of a dumb character. I don't know.
People just like him because he's a living meme, and people love to root for an underdog. People knew that he was never going to get in the game, so of course the thing that they're going to do the most is want him in there. How do I feel about it? I think it would have been. I think it would have been funny to see him in the game. It sucks that he's not, but I mean, Piranha Plant is now a bigger meme than he ever was, so it's better in my opinion.
How many characters do they have in this game?
70 fucking characters.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, you get your money's worth. You get your money's worth, man. It's a good for its price, I think.
Sounds like it.
Over 100 stages too in that game. Pretty
gives
crazy.
them some sort of agency. There's a certain subsegment of these extremist groups that will act. Now, most extremists, may just be extremists vocally and in ideological terms, but there is also a group of people within every extremist movement who will take action based on the words that they hear. And now that hate is becoming normalized, they feel very empowered.
So, specifically President Trump's words, is that motivating people in white supremacist circles? Do they care what the President of the United States says or doesn't say?
But here's the weird thing. Trump, I think, supports Jews and Israel and has Jewish people in his family. And, obviously when you're a businessman in New York, some Jewish people. You can't really be an anti-Semite and conduct business in New York City.
Not only that, but the GOP is huge on Israel. They love Israel. Like, they consider Israel to be like our greatest ally. Like, they're our font of democracy in the Middle East, as far as like a lot of Republicans see it. So it is very strange. But part of the reason is because we have the right and left dichotomy in this country. So a lot of these far right extremists, they would probably have their own political party if they could, but they like Trump because he's not Hillary. At least he's not that SJW that they don't like, right?
Right.
He's closer to what they like. So that's why a lot of these white supremacists can kind of bite the bullet and kind of ignore the GOP supporting Israel and all that shit.
Well, I think the optics are that, they probably don't want to support somebody who's in government, but everything that he's saying is in line with their policies, with their beliefs. And we see white supremacists like David Duke who openly support Donald Trump's policies. So, all I have to do is point to the people who are the white supremacists to show you that they actually support and believe what he says.
There was Richard Spencer and his group doing the Hail Trump shit.
Yeah, that was pretty fucking weird.
To listen
and there
to
were still
something
people saying there are no Nazis. There's no Nazis.
Oh yeah, none at all.
Right there, right there.
Yeah, let's not blow things out of proportion, but let's not lessen the fact either, right? Like, come on.
Right.
David Duke was a Democrat from 1975 to 1988.
Yeah.
Nintendo, whatever other video game. Nintendo does what every other video game company don't. Oh, Nintendo does. Oh, I remember. I'm sorry. I'm retarded. I read it. By the way, Nintendo fucking destroys every video I make where I play one of their games. Even Metroid last night.
They're so behind the times on the fucking when it comes to live streaming on Twitch and YouTube and shit. It's sad because I love Nintendo. Like, I've always fucking loved Nintendo, but how they're so backwards in comparison, especially to Sony, where you can stream right through the PS4.
The crazy
you have to be an approved Nintendo streamer in order to stream their games.
Yeah, and it involves giving them a huge fucking chunk of your revenue too.
The crazy thing about it is okay, well, I kind of understand newer games, but a game that came out over 20 years ago, you're really gonna police that?
Yeah, like Super Metroid and shit like that.
Yeah,
they just take down your Duck Hunt video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No Double Dragon, damn. Shit.
Well, that shit came out over 30 years ago.
President Trump said
it still gets you for
in the
that,
run-up to these midterm sequels.
I don't know if they can get you for Double Dragon because that wasn't made by Nintendo. They get you for the Nintendo games that are like Mario, Zelda, Donkey Kong, Metroid.
Oh, the IPs that they actually, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, Punch Out, that kind of shit. Their intellectual property.
They have a word. It sort of became old-fashioned. It's called a nationalist. And I say, really, we're not supposed to use that word. You know what I am? I'm a nationalist, okay? I'm a nationalist.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. He's a nationalist.
Trump,
he's taking the word back. He's taking it back.
National. Nothing. Use that word.
What did you think when you heard that?
I mean, it was loud like a bullhorn to me. I didn't hear a dog whistle, and what I heard was his call to white nationalists saying that I'm behind you. And actually, since then, we've seen now 4 tragedies occur. We've had the pipe bombings. We've had the tragedy in Pittsburgh at the synagogue, in Louisville or in Kentucky.
Intentional or not.
I'm a nationalist. That's not the.
It's like,
it's not the same thing as patriotism.
It's not. It's not. Yeah, it is different. Totally is. Nationalism is putting your own country above everything, usually at the dismay of other countries.
Right.
So.
To everyone else's expense.
We saw 2 African Americans killed by a white supremacist, and there are reports today that the shooting in Florida was actually committed by somebody who was far-right leaning with white supremacist ideals, who's part of the involuntary celibate movement. So this is going to continue. And
those fucking incels are violent.
Jesus Christ, man. Where's this country going?
And people
I mean, the problem is that phrase right there just, gave a little bit of clout to incels, right? Like, it just even made them seem a little bit more serious. And because SJW was originally a thing that we were using on the internet to make fun of people who were, getting really, really, really irritated by stupid shit.
Yeah, now other people use it too. You're right.
Yeah, exactly. So incels on its way to mainstream. It's on its way.
Incels are mainstream. There have been a few violent incel incidents, and like people that were like fans of Elliot Rodger and stuff that did similar
held accountable
shit
for their words.
That last one was.
You should get an incel on one of these shows one day, and just,
I'm afraid to.
ask,
They're
really?
crazy.
Why?
They're crazy. They shoot people.
Yoga studio in Florida. We're still reporting on that. Trying to get to the bottom of what happened there, but it really does seem like there's been a significant uptick, not only in hate crime attacks that we know, but also just the overt racism we've seen go viral lately. White people calling the police on minorities for living their lives, for having barbecues, going to stores. I did a story on
when it comes to allowing people to stream their games. Oh, the irony.
Yeah, it's true.
That is true. That's true. Like I'm pretty sure I could play Sonic all day.
Yeah, you could play your dream. You could do a Dreamcast stream whenever you want, but don't you dare play on your Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, I haven't done one of those in a while. That was pretty fun.
Yeah, the
Did
Dreamcast
Nintendo
is awesome.
Buy the IP for Sonic?
No,
they license it. They license it for certain games.
Okay.
For like the Mario versus Sonic Olympics and.
That's actually made by Sega.
Was that?
It or not.
Was that?
Yeah. But they license him for Smash Brothers and other shit like that. So yeah. But yeah, they should just buy. He's basically a Nintendo character at this point anyway. But Sega's never gonna want to get their hands off their mascot. No one gives a shit about Alex Kidd and all those other characters.
They should have all the like famous mascots like in one game. So who else?
That's basically
Pac-Man?
what Smash Brothers is becoming. Yeah, Pac-Man, Mega Man, Mario, even Solid Snake.
They need they need Q*bert in there too.
Q*bert. I could see them doing that. I could see them doing that. They love that type of shit.
Spyro and some Crash Bandicoot.
They put the Duck Hunt dog.
What
in
about
Super Smash
Bubsy?
Brothers, so.
You gonna put Bubsy in there?
No.
What could possibly go wrong?
Oh my God, Bubsy's Egghead. Bubsy is totally Egghead.
Look at SE Cup. By the way, I did not plan this whatsoever.
Damn. Man, that looks enticing to me.
Oh my
God.
God.
Made me think she had her arms crossed, and then I had to look at it twice. Like I was just like, "What?"
She got a stripe.
The flesh tone stripe is in an inconvenient place for my brain.
Go ahead. Send in your photoshops with like dildos going in her mouth and shoot over
Oh
Twitter.
man.
You'll get a few retweets, at least from my account.
I remember I remember one time we were watching this video and there's this guy, he was anti-weed, and
yeah,
he had like the red beret on, and people photoshopped, because there's a part where he goes like this.
Yeah.
Photoshopped. Yeah, dude, it's so great. I think I still have all those pictures somewhere too.
Awesome.
So,
Is that the guy in the red beret you wanted like other videos of? You were looking for videos of that guy or something? I think you were. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
I don't know.
Yeah.
All right.
Someone should find videos of him. Anyway.
What else do we have here? We have this one.
Look here. 1, 2, 3.
The busiest place on the Turtle Mountain Reservation is the DMV. Turning out new tribal ID cards so fast, the old machine melted down.
Are you feeling overwhelmed?
Director Candace Parisian says some 2,000 have already been printed.
We are prepared to make 10,000 a month if need be.
The Turtle Mountain Reservation is home to 19,000 people spread out over 72 square miles. It is rural and remote. Few street signs, few numbers. So in September, when a federal judge upheld a North Dakota law requiring voters to show an ID with a street address, many Native communities saw it not as an attempt to prevent fraud, but as an attempt to shut them out. Jamie Azure is tribal chairman here.
We have a rising of Native Nation here in the Turtle Mountains. That's the best way I can put it.
That is fucked up. If you're gonna do that shit and not like have a special provision for like the Native Americans, like come the fuck on. Like it is inhibiting their right to vote. Like that's fucked up.
I've never seen a native with so much facial hair before. It's interesting.
Oh yeah, they don't generally have like beards and shit. You're right.
No.
Americans, and we should have our rights.
For those who've traveled for miles to get their new IDs, the law is offensive.
It's contrary to everything that the United States government has guaranteed to the sovereignty of its people.
With poverty and high unemployment,
I mean, they don't care about that clearly, but you know, still it's bullshit. It really is.
Yeah, you're a voter segment that is going to cause a problem for them. So yeah, get wrecked.
Provides the new IDs for free.
They were still handing out voter IDs at like 8 o'clock last night.
Youth activists gather to organize transportation for those without.
Did you get it filled up?
Yeah.
And to get out the vote.
Something small, and then the next day it just grew. And now it's just like this fire within everyone. It's beautiful.
They may not feel
It's
tied
beautiful. Damn.
to street names and numbers, but here they know where they stand.
I'll call you up when it's ready.
Kevin Tibbles, NBC News.
I've driven across North Dakota. It is a desolate area. There's just nothing.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd call this situation beautiful. I'd say it kind of sucks and should be resolved as quickly as possible.
Absolutely. But they do this, I mean, like, not voter suppression is a real thing. And we know
it's been around forever.
And we know who benefits when fewer people get to vote. So
Paris, city of light, city of rats. The Eiffel Tower, overrun by hungry rodents, rats nibbling. Outside Notre Dame, snacking along the Champs-Elysees.
I don't know what you're talking about. I sent these rats to gather trash for my ethno-state, my garbage island.
He's not from France. Yeah, I've been to Paris, and yeah, there's rats.
Experts estimate there's 2 rats for every Parisian. That's around 4 million rats.
Oh, damn.
Disgusting. Gross.
At France's oldest exterminator shop featured in the film
you see this shit?
Ratatouille, business is booming.
A lot of rats means a lot of business for you.
Owner Cecilia Rouge says construction projects and flooding have forced rats above ground, prompting a campaign to rid the streets of rodents, setting traps and encouraging Parisians to rat out.
I feel bad because I think they're cute, honestly.
Yeah,
litter
they
bugs.
they are.
But for this district mayor, that's not enough. Frustrated with what he says is the city's slow response, he's launched an app to report rat infestations.
It's a very big problem. It's an important, huge problem.
A single pair of rats can make dozens of pups a year, multiplying into a colony of hundreds.
I think that rats.
Yeah,
in
I mean
Paris
they
have
are a huge infestation problem. It just sucks that they have to be killed in such a rudimentary way, I guess.
I think that's Notre Dame Cathedral right there behind them.
Yeah?
Yeah, I've been in this area before, and it's on like a little island in the river.
Bum rap.
Alyssa Salzberg
Yeah, it is. That's it.
is an American writer living in Paris who says that rats may be doing more good than harm.
They eat the trash that we make. They eat what's left over from picnics that people won't pick up themselves.
Some Parisians love their furry
Oh my
neighbors.
god, you fucking hippie.
Animal rights activist Claudine Duperret says extermination is plain wrong. Rats and humans, she says, have to find a way to live together.
This is a crazy
Lucy
rat lady.
Kalfanov, NBC News, Paris.
Hey, NBC News.
I had rats when
That's
I
how
was a
it
kid.
ends?
I had a couple of them as pets.
Oh yeah, they're cool.
Yep. Super easy to take care of.
Okay.
And like, if they're not running around in a fucking sewer drain, they aren't filled with diseases, so it's fine.
Yeah. Just put them in a ball or whatever.
Paris.
What? Why does this keep coming up? All right. Here.
Paris.
No.
God fucking damn it. You know what?
Damn
No.
it.
God fucking damn it.
Okay,
no,
great cuts there, Egghead. Really good. I really
I
appreciate
know
it.
you guys said that we were going to talk about Egghead today, so I saved something that I thought of earlier. We've now seen Trump clean more bathrooms than we've seen Egghead.
Oh man.
That would make him rage quit right now. He would
Right?
get would get mad and leave.
I'm done. Not single D, not double D, not triple D. I'm done.
What does that mean? Single D.
Okay, so someone had a theory about this. They think that they mean like he means like, oh, I'm not stuttering. I mean, I'm done. You know what I mean? Because like DDD. That's not what he means. That's not what he means.
I don't know what the fuck he means.
We should ask him what the fuck he meant by that.
Okay.
He'll just rage quit though if we don't ease it onto him.
Let me. Can we get him into voice?
You want to do it now? Okay, I'll message him.
I heard. Let's see. Oh yeah, there he is.
One second, I'll toss him a message.
All right.
By the way, I don't know if you know, but I was the one changing his name during that entire show.
Yeah, I thought so. And you made it a line.
I also called him Tub Thumper.
Which you're just gonna bring him into the DP chat?
Yeah, I think he's in both servers, but might as well just bring him in the DP one.
All right, so
we can just get started on another video because I'm not sure if he's like actually ready yet or if he's around.
What? He doesn't want to. He doesn't want to watch this with us.
No, I mean I sent him a message, like, but he hasn't gotten back to me yet. He might be at fucking work or something. Who knows?
It's pretty late. It's pretty late to be at work.
Okay?
Yeah,
no,
I think he does
I'm not
work
doing
kinda
this
late.
today. No, I got someone else who will fucking
just
take
$3
over
theater.
for this.
Oh, here it is. Here it is. This is
bullshit. I'm not doing it. Hey, you. What?
Oh,
Get your fucking
no.
ass in here. We need you to fucking take over the damn role for me. God damn it, why? Because, god damn it, if you don't take over, I'm sending you back to the fucking home where you belong. Son of a bitch.
I hate
Fine.
this. It's the worst thing I've ever seen.
What? What do you mean?
Okay, now you're gonna see the worst thing I've ever seen, actually.
Damn bitch, that bastard. Tell me what to fucking...
Yeah. I need I need to take a toke from my glass breathing tube because
I will too.
Give
me a second.
Alright, let's get this fucking bullshit over with. What's up, bitches?
I want him to just do a video as Speedy.
Yeah. Man. Man, you know, I decided the intro to my show sucks. This one's better.
It's the fucking sun.
So,
yeah, I wish someone would throw Egghead into it.
Egghead wants me to respond to this Canadian, and apparently his name is called Mario. And he
sounds like Peter Griffin having a stroke.
Goes by the name of the Vigilant Christian. And apparently he hates Halloween. Just like me. You know, this sounds like my type of guy. But you know, Egghead, that cringeworthy motherfucker.
He knows.
You know what else it sounds like? It sounds like Vadim doing the creationist cat voice to me.
Right.
Wants me to
Self-aware
respond
comedy,
to him.
you know?
Yeah,
So
watch
let's see
out,
what
Shadowmite.
we had to deal with.
Hey, Faye family, it's Brother Mario. I pray you're having a great day.
Well, I was until I was forced into this bullshit.
I wanted to go ahead and record this video to answer the most popular question this month, and that is, should a Christian celebrate Halloween?
Well, normally
You know
as
what's
a
sad?
Christian-
Is that, you know, Egghead's bits in this video are so bad that I almost look forward to the Vigilant Christian ones, because it's like some relief from the terrible cringe I have to deal with. Like, damn. And also, I know this is kind of obvious, but why the fuck does he have Christmas lights around his neck?
I don't know what's
Really?
going. I don't know what this is. I don't know.
Because he hates Halloween, man.
And he
Does
has
he think old people do that?
Does he has a Star Wars poster behind him?
Yeah, he's got a few.
That's
You know, somewhere in his house, Ben, he has a framed picture with you.
Oh yeah, that's cool. I mean, whatever. You know.
I think it's kind of weird, but whatever.
I don't celebrate Halloween, mainly because I hate it when those little no-good snot-nosed brats take my fucking candy away.
Candy away.
But
away.
I don't mind if other people celebrate the holiday.
This question video I've actually made every single year now for, I think, 4 years. But
Man, he's
this
so
year,
fucking cringy,
I want to
but I
approach
actually
it.
do like the guy.
What, Egghead?
Yeah. I don't know. He makes me laugh, so it's hard for me not to hate him. You know, like he's all right.
He's
all right.
He's weird.
From a completely different
Damn.
way.
4 years? Damn, dude. That's some consistency if I've ever seen one.
Normally, I would ask, should a
Man, he
Christian
changes the voice
celebrate
he's
Halloween?
doing throughout the entire video.
the
but it's
voice
the
is
same
never
character.
the voice is never consistent.
Yeah, just like his show is never an hour. Basically.
Right.
But this year, I'm asking you, would Jesus and the disciples themselves celebrate Halloween?
Obviously, the answer is no.
What is that fucking sound in his video?
Because
Man.
how
What?
I think he's got the same problem you had a couple weeks ago. Ben.
Apparently.
Halloween
Restart your computer, Egghead.
didn't exist back then.
Could you imagine back in the day, Jesus and his disciples practicing a Roman pagan holiday that celebrates and glorifies death?
Glorifying death? If by glorifying death
Man, your mic is not set up correctly.
you mean remembering the saints, remembering martyrs.
Yeah, he
and
uses
all
the
of
same mic as me,
faithful
but he clearly doesn't put any time into his settings because it sounds a lot worse.
departed. I can only imagine what you think Dia de los Muertos is.
They get together
Oh,
in the room
God.
to break bread and drink and hang out, and Jesus comes in dressed up as a ghost, the Apostle John as a goblin, Peter comes in as SpongeBob SquarePants.
You know, if Peter came
Okay. First of all, Mario needs to be louder. And I need either Mario needs to be louder or you need to be quieter. But I think he just needs to be louder.
being dressed up like SpongeBob SquarePants, I would be asking, what the flying fuck are you
So now he's got like an accent at this point. What the flying fuck?
Like I said,
Like, is he
now he's
Swedish?
like- yeah, he's trying to be swagta now, I guess.
What the flying fuck? Bjorn Borg.
Yeah, that really is the voice he's trying to do.
What the
Like,
flying fuck?
Okay. And where can I get some?
Really? No.
Yeah.
And you see, I'm emphasizing how ridiculous such a vision is and truly is so that you, Christian, can understand something.
It's just a day out of the year where people dress up and get candy. That's it, my dude.
Candy.
That's it. That's all it is. You are stretching and making Halloween into something that it's not.
Is that technically, in a way, Egghead did succeed because he makes tons of videos like this on his channel, right? Responding to the vigilant Christian. But because he put in this stupid, shitty gimmick of him doing a bad character, we thought it was good enough to rip into. So,
yeah,
this just goes to show, I guess he did succeed a little bit.
Well, the Bible?
You see here in the Bible, we are actually told that we are to be imitators of Christ. Ephesians chapter 5, verse 1, therefore be imitators of God as beloved children, and walk in love as Christ loved us and gave himself up for us, a fragrant offering and a sacrifice to God. And in 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 1, Paul re-emphasizes this by saying, be imitators of Christ as I am of Christ.
Mario's so, like, he's so active with his hands when he talks.
Oh, yeah. He uses a lot of that shit. You can't bring that up, though, right? Because he's French. So, didn't you say that at some point?
Yeah, but his main reasoning behind that was that he says words wrong a lot.
So I'm guessing this guy...
I don't really notice that. I just notice his hand motions. That's what I notice. Everyone stumbles on their words. It's like, whatever.
I have to turn... I have to turn it up every time Mario's on, and I have to turn it down every time Egghead comes back. Because of Egghead's shitty sound leveling.
It's satanic to you?
He went to school for making films, by the way.
He did?
Yeah. Surely you guys have talked about that at some point. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he went to school for films.
Wow.
Yeah, and his editing is ass. He had to get tips from Ryby about it.
I thought he used to edit Ryby's videos for her. I think he used to.
Oh yeah, that was the case for a little while.
Yeah.
Man, I hope she didn't pay him for that because.
No, whatever.
After all, he is imitating Jesus.
I mean, the thing is Ryby was actually bringing in money, and Egghead by himself making videos probably wasn't. So,
you know he wasn't.
So yeah,
that was before a million people had fucking live streams too. So Egghead could have done it if he actually had, the production and the charisma. But obviously, that's not the case.
So, as an evangelist who really has a desire to try and help you get the fullness of God for your life, to operate in the full power that he has for you, I'm highly concerned to see that you actually laugh at such an idea of Jesus celebrating Halloween, but you yourself are yet contemplating doing that, but you're called to be an imitator of Christ.
I highly doubt that Jesus, of all people, would give a fuck if someone was dressed up as a fairy or a cartoon character. And then they went out and...
Yeah, you're nothing like a cartoon, Egghead.
Had fun. I highly doubt that he would fucking care.
Now, one thing I do want to point out is that this holiday really brings out the spiritually lukewarm Christians and those who lack spiritual discernment. Halloween is the most on display physical manifestation from the spirit realm of the fall of mankind. I mean, literally tomorrow they're going to be dressing
Mario
up
making
as
this
skulls
argument.
and things that represent death. Now remember, sin came into the world and then death came with it. So they're literally celebrating sin.
No one is celebrating sin, you numpty. They're celebrating getting free.
What's a numpty? Is that a real word?
Probably. I mean, Egghead talks like an old man with how he talks with the G Willikers and shit.
That's
so it's probably
smart.
A real old expression. Wow, that's smart.
Yeah, he really did say that.
Yeah, he did. He did.
Candy I mean, what's
He's like,
wrong
I never said
with
fiddlesticks, though. I never said fiddlesticks.
Free candy. Not mine, obviously, because that's my fucking candy.
Now, in my previous videos, I shared this with you as well. The leader of the Church of Satan, Antoine LaVey, was quoted to
His
say...
name was Anton LaVey, not Antoine LaVey.
...that he is joyous, happy. The Christian parents are foolish enough to let their children celebrate the devil at least one day a year. And guess what day he was talking about? Tomorrow, October 31st, Halloween.
Halloween. Halloween. Nice little play on words you did there.
I can't.
He's like a cringe elemental. This is fucking insane.
Egghead makes the most basic observations possible, and he presents them in the cringiest way.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me talk like Mario, guys. You know, 3 chops and then the OK sign. I'm also Trump.
Mario's usually fairly cringy, but Egghead is just way more cringy.
Way worse, yeah.
Yep. They both have a bunch of videos where they're crying too, so.
Also, the Church of Satan.
They do.
Yeah.
When I feel like I want to cry, the last thing I think is, man, maybe I should make a video.
Film this, yeah.
Yeah. Put it on the internet. People can download it.
Yeah, make GIFs out of it and put it on my favorite podcast.
Yeah.
And put it on the kill stream.
A parody church. I mean, if you took the time and did a little bit of research, you would have seen.
Yeah, if you did a little bit of research,
church members of the Church of Satan go as skeptical atheists.
A celebration where blind, spiritually lost men and women unknowingly get led by the enemy to get dressed up and entertain themselves, and all this debauchery and foolishness that goes along with it, and candy that poisons the kid, and they are on their path to destruction.
Someone was sheltered as a kid. Candy that poisons children? Last time I checked, it's been a fucking while since we've seen a razor blade or damn.
Actually, no. We watched a story just the other day.
The meth and the candy. Did you guys see that one?
Well, there was that one, and then
that's new to us.
I've heard of that one, but then there was also the one where there was like needles and all kinds of shit.
Right. It was a confirmed case this year of meth being found in candy that was given to people.
Man, what the fuck? Like, what the fucking fuck?
Sounds like a good time to me. I don't know what everyone's so concerned about. I hope trick-or-treaters egg Village and Christian Mario's house or leave flaming dog shit on his porch. That would be great.
I never liked egging. If you TP someone's house, that's one thing, but you shouldn't throw fucking eggs at someone's house. In my personal opinion.
Go throw eggs at his house. Do it. I dare you.
Near rat poison in a chocolate bar.
You see, tomorrow, Christian, should be a day where you're grieved for the world. I literally am looking at all these decorations, and it's a glorification of their own fall. We have spiritually lost human beings, our friends or family members, who tomorrow are going to glorify by dressing themselves up the things that are evil.
Mario's holding a big old dick.
And as Christians, we are told to have nothing to do with this, to not even have an appearance of evil.
You're going to grieve? So what, are you just gonna sit in your bedroom and cry for the world? Because apparently from what Egghead tells me, is that...
Where's Egghead?
Oh, man. Let me see if you answered my message.
I'm going to a different video. I can't watch this shit anymore. Jesus Christ.
He hasn't responded to me, and yeah, I can't take this anymore.
Oh shit, wrong
Whoa,
thing.
Shit.
Yeah, wrong thing. What is?
Not quite, folks.
What is this? Oh.
Oh no.
Excellent.
I already overdosed on this today. Jesus Christ. All right. Full screen.
Everybody, make sure that you're in full screen. This is your only warning. Oh.
Well, folks, as you know, I discussed this in my Portal to Hell video, where when CERN turns on...
music when you need it.
Look, he's got a fucking plate. There's no food on it this time, but he's always got a plate next to him. Constantly.
Dude, every time I look at Von Helton, by the way, I just want to bring this up since it's happening right now. He's always at the start of his video scratching his head. And I've heard plenty of people talk about how he's got lice and shit. So, yeah, Von Helton, it's pretty much confirmed. Like, he's doing it right here. Take a look.
Oh, hell breaks
It's probably
loose.
part of his
No
whole,
pun
like,
intended.
pre-recording, like, ritual that he's got. Like, huffing through his house, having trouble breathing as he has to walk from room to room, brings out his plate, makes sure that his hair's nice and greased back, you know?
Yeah, make sure he picks up a couple lice from the ground and puts it in there. Yeah. Just so that he can get the spirit.
Egghead is currently at work. Okay.
Oh my god, he's always at work.
We
man.
get snapped into an alternate reality, or bits and pieces of other realities come to us, right? Remember me discussing that? And then you had the head of D-Wave live on stage saying, yes, this is true, this is what happened. And then I showed you the quote from Sergio Bertinelli. I believe that's how you pronounce his name. My Italian is horrible.
Your Italian is horrible as in you can't speak it at all?
Saying the exact same thing. Yeah, we'll send stuff to them. They'll send stuff back to us. Okay, and so then it should come as no surprise then.
When I play Von Helton on my show, I have to take the clips and I have to speed it up by 1.5 times so that I can actually like get through one of his videos without,
Fine, you know what? We'll try that.
World War II era Nazi planes are falling out of the sky over Los Angeles. Oh, I can hear the trolls now. Von Helton has finally lost it. Have we finally driven Von Helton insane?
No, we knew you lost it a long time ago, buddy.
I agree.
Yeah.
Let's get into
it. Sounds so fucking normal.
Let's get into it.
You're a bum. You're a bum. You're a fucking bum, Vaughn.
Take the drink before the cut, you asshole.
He's always doing that too. No, that happens a lot actually. Where he's
no, that's like G-Man's preaching to the choir ministries. He has to take a drink before he starts his videos.
True to my word.
Yeah.
There it is. Nazi planes falling out of the sky over Los Angeles. And according to the article, this is not the first Nazi plane to fall. There was one that fell back in 2017.
So Nazi planes are just randomly falling out of the sky?
Yeah, I think a couple fell in World War II as well, my friend.
What's going on? Well, the information on the story is very sketchy as to who the pilot is.
White nationalist, clearly.
Is he a cosplay type person? Is he a World War II historian? Is he an actual Nazi? Could this have been CERN sucking a World War II aircraft right out of the damn sky into our reality by mistake?
What?
Well, the possibility is there.
Hey, I'll be right back, guys. I'm just going to keep this playing.
There's an infinite number of multiverses.
I can commentate on Von Helton. I do it pretty much for every show.
All right,
I'll be right back.
Hold of this plane and literally suck it into our reality. It's entirely possible, according to the multiverse and string theory. Now, for those of you that don't know what string theory is an actual scientific thesis.
I'm waiting for his
concerning multiverse.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to hear Von
Helton's
Helton's
take
take on
happy
science.
talking about the multiverse and string theory until string theory actually proved the existence of
picking
deity.
out your
Now,
ear
all
like
of science
that.
is, oh, that string theory shit bullshit. When just prior to that, string theory is the greatest thing since sliced bread. Well, as soon as it gave the possibility for God, we got to dump that shit in the fucking trash heap. So that's exactly what science
Guys,
is.
by the way,
you don't hear anything
if
about
you're watching
string
this,
theory today,
surprise
except
Ben
from
with a
people like me
donation and
other
I'll
people that
I'll
are
suck your
remarking
dick
on what
or
CERN is
something
doing.
like that. Yeah.
Prior to that, though, science was a buzz. Oh, string theory is the greatest thing. The multiverse, great thing. Then it leaked out. Oh, hey, this shit might actually prove the existence of God.
Oh, wait, no. We can't just move past the multiverse.
Stop talking about it in total. Nobody talks about it.
We got to talk about this.
But anyway. So in this infinite number of multiverses,
he's through it.
He's going on. Yeah.
Flung it into our reality, where obviously
Dude, we
it's
can't
not
stop
gonna
Von
stay
Helton.
up. It's gonna crash, which it did. It crashed.
Man,
but, like I said, there's absolutely no information being sent out by the pilot at all. At least not at this moment. So who knows? Could it really be
what the
a
fuck
plane
is this
from World War
guy
II
talking
that somehow
about,
got sucked into a
man?
vortex? Remember the story, folks. About
how does this all
Flight
play
19,
into the...
which was some World War II TBF Avengers who were flying near Bermuda, and got sucked into the Bermuda Triangle. And one of the last things they said on the radio was, "Don't come after us. It looks like extraterrestrial."
Right, exactly.
And that was the last conversation
the only thing
I
I've
heard from Flight 19.
Insanity,
They literally
like, here and
disappeared
there,
without a
you know?
trace.
The only
No
thing I'm
wreckage,
seeing
no
on
bodies,
this story
no nothing.
is stuff from like
Absolutely
Huffington Post
no
and The
wreckage of any
Drive,
kind,
right? Like
or
this
proof
isn't.
of any kind.
Yeah.
It's as if they never
An
existed.
airplane crash is
And
something
so,
that usually gets
now
covered
here
by
we've
like
got
local
Nazi planes
newses and all
falling out of
sorts
the
of
sky in
shit.
Los Angeles. As someone
Yeah,
so
but
rightly
because
put,
it
I
has
don't think
Nazi
a
era
P-51
imagery
was
on
going to
it,
shoot it
like,
down.
I'm sure, you know,
And
people are
jets
going to
can't
make
get
an
on its
agenda
tail
out of this.
because the stall speed of a prop plane
You know,
is much,
I've
much
never
slower
seen this
than that of a
website
jet.
before
The jet would
either. I'm
stall
sure
out
Vaughn
every time
gets
if
his
they tried
news
to
from
get
the
behind
biggest
one of these prop planes.
crackpot
They're traveling too
websites
slow.
possible. He doesn't do anything.
So unless there was P-51s flying around up there somewhere that shot it down, I guess it just crashed. Who knows? Now someone said, well, it might be a Texan painted like a Luftwaffe aircraft. Okay, well that's great except for one thing. Once again, there is no documentation that any Texans had crashed. There's no documentation from the FAA signifying that a Texan had crashed or that a historical aircraft had crashed. Nothing.
Oh yeah, that's
Literally
never
nothing.
happened before in human
As of
history.
this article, there is nothing.
It must be
from the
reptilian
FAA to
people or
substantiate
whatever
this
you
crash.
believe
So,
in.
Right.
Could it be that a World War II aircraft got set? I mean, look at it. It looks just like a Focke-Wulf FW-190. In fact, I even told people on Twitter, I said, that's a Focke-Wulf FW-190. That's what that is. It's what it looks like to me. You know, obviously.
I Googled it really hard.
Too bad of a state of repair or damage.
Yeah, I looked it up on Google Images. Not even.
It looks like Focke-Wulf. Looks like.
You know, he doesn't even
Wings
Wikipedia
and,
this
the
shit.
landing
He
gear.
just looks at, you
It
know,
kinda
the
indicates
Google
that. Plus
Images.
you've
The
got
first one is like, yep, it seems to be the same one to
design on
me.
the spinner, which was indicative of the Focke-Wulf, and the cowling, which looks very much like Focke-Wulf. So yeah, I mean,
We watched a video of Von Helton on my show earlier today, and he was talking about how oh man, it would be so easy if I wanted to get knighted, I could just get knighted, and the Queen of England would do it for me any day.
He said that.
Would he or would he not wear his cape?
He said he could easily get knighted if he wanted to. He's just too lazy to go out into England and be knighted by the Queen. And he also said in the video, well, I'd maybe be willing to be knighted if she came out here to do it.
What the fuck?
They have to roll out the red carpet for Von Helton. Pay him $2,000 too to get knighted.
He wears the red carpet around in his house, so I mean.
Yeah.
Why?
No, I'll have you know that's real crushed red velvet.
Right, exactly.
What is his qualification for being knighted?
I'll give you that video another time. He doesn't even get around. He doesn't talk about why he actually should be knighted. He just expects you to believe that he should. Yep, I could do it anytime, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, give me one reason why. Give me one achievement that you've ever actually had in your life, Von Helton, that isn't being made fun of by funnier people on other podcasts.
He gave the same description as he gave for string theory here. He's just like, well, string theory is a scientific. Let's move on. All right, let's do this.
Yeah, anyway. Moving on.
I'm looking up something really quick.
All right, cool.
Went and I looked at the rawstory.com to see what other type of stuff this website covers. And the headlines up top right now are: woman pretends to be persecuted by Trump supporter and scams conservatives out of $150,000. Thanks Jews, right-wing Mecca comes back online after synagogue shooting. Right. And
right, yeah.
Yeah, this site seems legitimately credible.
Oh yeah, clearly.
Right.
I like how you did the research because Von Helton was just incapable of looking at the front page of a website. Man, you know, while the video was just playing there for a second, I was feeling my sanity like slowly slip away. Like, damn, I'm gonna OD on Von Helton tonight, aren't I? Man, but.
Bill Gates is knighted.
Yeah, because he actually has achievements.
Mm-hmm. He's
actually accomplished something.
There's a list of Americans that have been knighted, and Colin Powell's one of them. George H.W. Bush, the older one, senior. Bob Hope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm surprised more of the U.S. presidents haven't been. Like Obama.
Steven Spielberg.
They love
So
to
it's
give.
Sir
They love.
Steven Sealsburg?
Yeah, technically.
Wow.
Same thing with George H.W. Bush and Ronald Reagan, Eisenhower.
I just like the alliteration on Sir Steven Spielberg. So.
Hmm?
Yeah.
Wow, they should take this one away. Rudy Giuliani. Just because he was mayor on September 11th. Seriously.
That's bullshit.
Oh my God, they gave it to Billy Graham. He was like a preacher.
Oh man, these are some bad choices so far. Michael Jackson should have been a knight.
Henry Winkler.
Henry Winkler is a knight. That's right. That's great. Henry Winkler. Jesus Christ.
Just more evidence that the Jews are taking over.
I'm surprised they didn't give it to Obama. He seems to have every single fucking title in the world that they can give him. So.
Nobel Peace Prize winner.
Yep. That's one of them. They have an entire day for him, like named in some African countries. I think. I'm pretty sure. So.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, bummer day.
There's a lot of in Europe. There's a lot of at least places that I've been to in Europe. There's places like named after John F. Kennedy.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's interesting.
I think that was done a lot because when he was assassinated.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, there was and there's stuff named after like Martin Luther King and shit like that. It's weird.
Yeah, there's gonna be some of that shit. You know, not the other Martin Luther, mind you. But yeah.
Right.
Well, what are Texans? Texans are American-built aircraft, usually used for spraying crops. And that just, I don't know. I guess it could. I mean, it could be, but I don't know. It's hard to say. The wreckage is too severe to really be able to say one way or the other. But wouldn't it be interesting?
Thank you for your stellar commentary, Vaughn.
So if there's wreckage and the chances are that it's either a crop dusting plane or a World War II Nazi plane, I would say chances
Which
are.
do you think is more likely?
Yeah, exactly.
No, Ben. You know what? The more likely answer is Nazis are coming back. Merkel's gonna reform the fucking, the Reich. It's coming back. The EU? No, it's not the EU. It's the Fifth Reich or whatever. It's coming to a Europe near you. Nazis are coming back. And who do you think Von Helton's gonna be signed with?
Reich number 5.
Reich number 5. Pretty sure there wasn't a fourth one yet, but Reich number 5.
If I Googled CERN and found out that they had indeed turned their machine on just prior to this accident. Wouldn't that be interesting? I haven't done it. Yet, admittedly. I've not done it. But wouldn't it be interesting if I went to the CERN website and on the CERN website they would say, oh yeah, we turned on our machine today.
Sounds like a coincidence to me, Vaughn. I don't know. Maybe I'm the crazy one.
Okay, I found out what this was, and he's a reenactor. The plane itself is from the Condor Squadron that reportedly performs mock dogfights at air shows.
Oh.
So he's a performer.
A Renaissance artiste.
Yep.
Oh man. One day it was really early in the morning, and I was in bed sleeping. And all of a sudden, I heard this super loud boom, like the loudest fucking boom I had ever heard in my life. And I thought it sounded like an explosion or something, a volcanic eruption, something like huge. But I ended up finding out that it was the Blue Angels, and they flew like right over my house and like caused a sonic boom.
Damn.
That was so loud. It was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that shit doesn't mess around.
No.
My goodness sakes.
Sonic boom.
Thanks, boys and girls.
Sonic boom.
But yeah, that's pretty interesting pretty interesting thing. I mean, World War II
Nope,
aircraft.
nothing
crashing
you
on.
said is interesting, Von Helton. The only thing that's interesting about you is the fact that we can make fun of you for hours and hours on end, and it still won't get old to me.
Let's get into it.
Yeah, let's get into it.
Los Angeles Highway. But yeah, I just, I knew this would get,
That's what he does.
Trolls' attention.
Yeah, that
Oh, Bonds went off the deep end. Yeah, World War II aircraft flying, falling
You are going off the deep end. You're right.
out of the sky. Yeah, well, it is.
No,
At
he's
least.
been off
Like I said,
the
it
deep
looks
end
like a
for-
Focke-Wulf
he's in
F-5190. It
uncharted
may not be
waters.
one, but it sure looks like one.
Trust me.
And so, yeah, World War II aircraft are falling out, German aircraft are falling out of the sky. What about that? Could it be a historical aircraft? Could it be a cosplay of some kind? Yes, it could.
A
But just as
cosplay?
An airplane cosplay.
Well, was it Jessica Neri flying the plane or something?
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
It was.
Damn. CERN could have turned on their damn machine and sucked the fucker right out of World War II and dropped it right in our lap. Just as easily. Like I said.
CERN is the new wizard. Like it's the wizards, did a bunch of shit, right?
It has like
As in it's always-
teleportation technology.
Right.
This sounds
Back
like
in
a
the day,
plot to an anime or something.
I would watch that anime.
Yeah. No, I'm pretty sure there is an anime where there's like an entire evil organization called CERN. So, yeah, this
Right.
isn't that far off.
Numerous possibilities out there. Numerous. So, I
Oh,
just found
yeah?
that interesting. I hope you did too. I mean, it's not every day that German aircraft fall out of the sky. World War
I
II
didn't.
German
It's
aircraft
always
in
an
particular.
unpleasant
So,
experience watching you, Von
quite-
Helton.
quite-
He said it's not every day that this happens. It's like it literally is never any day that this happens.
Yeah.
It's fascinating.
Yeah, you fucking asshole.
It's interesting that there's been no information released on the pilot as of this time. There's no real information on the aircraft itself. Like I said, that's why everybody's guessing.
Didn't you find information about it? You just said.
Yeah, even though it's your fake news resource, didn't
Yeah.
you technically find it? So,
One guy said it was a Texan. Another guy said it was, some kind of construct. I think it looks like a Focke-Wulf FW-190, which is a very rare aircraft. Not only is it historical, it's also very rare.
you've said this. You've been over this, Vaughn. You have to say this for 17 fucking minutes, Vaughn. I mean, you're not getting that juicy ad revenue, so why do your videos need to be so bloated?
Did he create this video to pretend that he knows what type of plane this was? Like that was the whole point, right?
Just to make his followers think that he knows something.
Right. He's virtue signaling as an expert in World War II era planes.
He's also doing this because he likes to push wild conspiracy theories about like the New World Order and that kind of shit. And he thinks he caught on to something.
Yeah, he's the one with the special mojo, clearly. It's everyone else who has the problem.
And if that really is a Focke-Wulf
Keep
190,
thinking that, boy.
I bet the poor guy is crying right now because those planes are hard to come by. And if that is a real Focke-Wulf 190, man, I know he's bound to be crying because not only are they rare, but they're expensive as hell. Yeah, they're worth a lot of money. And so he's probably crying right now if that really is a Focke-Wulf 190. However, if it's a German Luftwaffe pilot from World War II,
190 is a
I bet he's got the shock of his life.
It's a pop 190.
Can you imagine
I get it, Vaughn.
people from
Stop
World War II being
flapping
sucked
your
into this
gums.
reality? Oh my God. He wouldn't, he would literally be freaking out, wouldn't he? Yeah, he would literally be freaking out. And there's no way to get the guy back home. So.
Oh my God. I should count how many times Vaughn puts his finger in his fucking ear and digs for gold
It's
in this
definitely caused a
video.
stir. And it's definitely worthy of a follow-up. But, I'm just wondering if anybody's going to reveal any information on this story. Maybe not. I would be interested to know whether the military showed up to quarantine the area and absconded with the craft. That would be an interesting story right there, because that would mean that it might really be a World War II aircraft that got sucked into this reality. Otherwise, the military wouldn't be there cordoning off the area and making off with the aircraft.
Okay.
But I don't know. It's interesting.
But I don't know.
Something that doesn't happen every day, that's for sure.
Somebody
like I said, there was somebody reported that it happened back in 2017 as well. If that's indeed the case, then why is Luftwaffe aircraft from World War II falling out of the sky over Los Angeles?
Oh my God.
Does anybody remember the Battle of Los Angeles?
He's just going around in circles, man.
Yeah, he keeps like asking himself the same questions over and over and over again.
Yeah, expecting answers, man. That's what the whole video seems to be.
Anybody remember the Battle of Los Angeles? Well, Vaughn, what was the Battle of Los Angeles? The Battle of Los Angeles is when a humongous UFO flew over
Tell me, Vaughn.
And the American military actually got called in and started firing anti-aircraft batteries at it. Now, obviously, they weren't doing a damn bit of damage to it. Wasn't phasing it in the least.
Yeah?
It just kept plodding over Los Angeles, real low and slow. But they kept firing anti-aircraft at it. Didn't even phase the craft at all. And it just went on about its business. That was the Battle of Los Angeles, folks. Google that shit. It's a fascinating read.
Okay.
So, you know,
maybe I will.
If they can come to us, maybe we can bring them, or if we can...
Von Helton is an educational channel.
Go to them, maybe they can come to us. Maybe CERN, like I said, CERN has sucked this poor guy and his plane out of his reality and into ours. Boy, that would be... I mean, that would really be a shock. You know, you're lining up to fire on, you know, on a P-51 or maybe a P-47 Thunderbolt, and then all of a sudden, poof.
Wouldn't that be cool?
That'd be so cool. Yeah.
You're flying along, and then all of a sudden there's clear skies, no fighting, no anti-aircraft, no bombers, no nothing, and then you see these big, huge skyscrapers. It's like, what the fuck just happened? You know.
Yeah, because that's what happened. And by the way, there's not a lot of skyscrapers in Los Angeles. I mean, there are, but it's not comparable to like Chicago or even Seattle has like more skyscrapers than Los Angeles.
Yeah.
They expanded horizontally as opposed to vertically.
Yeah, because they have a lot more land, like empty land that they can build on. Like in Seattle, there's not a lot of land. There's a lot of water too, you know. So,
right,
they build
and a
upward.
lot of hills, like side.
Oh yeah, like mountains and hills and shit.
Yeah,
their house is like up on the hills. Yeah. So they build upwards. Like even car lots here are like have like big parking garages to store all their car inventory in.
Yeah, there's some of that shit here, but not nearly as much. You know, it's a smaller scale type of city.
That would be interesting. That would be very interesting. But like I said, none of the articles on this matter said anything about the pilot or the plane. Why?
Yes, many times.
I would think that would be pretty important, wouldn't you? Not a word, not a peep. Just that the pilot was escorted away without, you know, he apparently did not suffer any damage and was escorted away. That's all they say in the article.
Just shut the hell up and give
as far
me
as
your
the plane,
stupid
all they
fucking
say
salute
is a
to
small plane
end
with
your
marked
video like you always do, Vaughn. I want to see it.
Sierra Luftwaffe. So they're being either they're being intentionally vague. I mean, couldn't you ask the pilot? You know, hey, what kind of plane is this, dude? Is this a T6? That was it. Is this a T6 Texan? You know, and the pilot would say, yeah, or no, it's a Focke-Wulf FW-190, very rare aircraft by today's standard.
Get on with it.
Probably worth.
Get on with it.
So now he's acting out a scenario, the same scenario that he's gone over 3 times already and asked the same questions. Now he's acting out the scenario as if he's 2 different characters, where one character's asking the other character the question he's been asking multiple times already.
He needs to collaborate with Egghead on a video. They're like, this is the father figure that Egghead really needs.
This is the confirmation roleplay.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah. Taking a dark twist, though.
I want to be a cowboy like my buddy Stormy.
I want to be a sorcerer like my buddy Von Helton. Man.
I don't know. Maybe even $1 million. Who knows?
And this is sped up 1.5 speed, right?
Very few of them left.
Yep.
Oh my God! Yeah, I just remembered.
I don't know.
It is.
It's interesting though, isn't it?
The pauses in this are fucking unbearable.
Yeah.
It would be so bad if it was on normal speed.
Like I said, man,
we wouldn't be able to get through this if it was on normal
I'm gonna do
speed.
a follow up on
we
the.
would have given up a long time ago.
Video where you can actually hear the head of D-Wave tell you flat out that yes, we are going to investigate and exploit the multiverse, alternate realities, hidden energies, etc.
Oh man.
And he's live on stage, and the stupid
back.
fools out in the audience are like,
I think she's more on his level.
Please alter our reality. That's what we want. No, that's not what we want.
Can be one of Gail's
men.
men.
Don't fuck with reality. That's a bad thing. And what if reality starts unraveling because of that? Yeah, that's not good. Anyways,
that's not good.
Unwrapped reality.
Right.
It's not good if you're unraveling reality. That's not good.
I just thought that I would get the trolls' dander up because I know they was like, yes, we finally got him. We finally drove him insane. No, you haven't, because Nazi aircraft really are falling out of the sky over Los Angeles. And that's
I'm not crazy, guys. There really is Nazi aircraft.
amazing. That is amazing. Anyways, that's going to do it for me. Y'all have a pleasant day and a better tomorrow.
I like how he's always.
Man, I got it. I got the salute. Yes.
I like how he's always talking about the trolls, and it's like, oh, you mean all the people who watch you? Because that's like the only people who watch you are just people who watch you to laugh at you.
Oh yeah, yeah. I've started to get an interesting amount of people who come into my comment sections, and they just love to see me rip on Von Hilton. So I get sent like so many videos of him like every single day. It's crazy. Oh, this epic outro.
Yeah, whatever. It's dumb.
It's dumb. Bye bye, Boo Bear. Bye bye. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Bye bye. Yeah, that shit's weird. What is that?
Yeah, that's freaky, man. Yeah, with the pudding in the background.
Yeah, what is that? Like what?
Yeah.
What is the bye bye? What is that? Why did he put that in a video?
It's so creepy, man. He doesn't just put it in a video. He puts it in every single video. So there's clearly something going on with Von Hilton. Damn, like. Nothing brings out like piques my interest like making fun of Vaughn.
Yeah, he's more insane, and he's higher energy than Brett too.
Yeah, and we still have to speed him up. He's funnier than Brett Keane. I think he's more pathetic than him too.
Yeah,
but,
he is.
Biased opinion.
And it's funny that they like joined forces.
Yeah, even though one's a pagan situation. And, no, I shouldn't say that.
Trailer trash unite.
Yeah. That's how it works with people. Like if they share a common enemy, they'll try to unite, but they'll end up, they always end up stabbing each other in the back, just like G-Man and Brett Keane.
I think Von Helton's one of Brett Keane's patrons.
Yeah, he is. He used to be a mod in Brett Keane's Discord, too, if you remember that was a thing for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. That shithole.
I'm going to Brett Keane's Patreon. Let's see.
He doesn't show the amount he makes, or at least I doubt it.
He has 2 patrons, okay?
One's him and the other one's Von Helton, right?
What else does it say here? It said, Brett Keane is creating videos about God, religion, atheism, politics, games, music, news.
I've actually got an interesting story about Brett Keane and Von Helton real fast if you want to hear it.
Is it about the no teeth thing?
No, it's not about that. It doesn't. It does relate to the Discord though, because it's not even a story about me. It's a story a friend told me. So you know Creamsicle, right, from the Discord?
Of course I do.
Yeah. He was trying to be a mod in Brett Keane's Discord at some point, because for some reason for at that point he had felt a little bit bad for the people running it, not really Brett Keane in particular, but the other people there. So he wanted to be a mod there to, I don't know, try and stop the shit. I thought it was stupid. I would have just let it happen, but whatever. And since Brett Keane knew that Creamsicle was like a cross-dresser, he wasn't going to have anything of it. So Creamsicle tried to go to Von Helton instead. And Creamsicle was told by Von, well, yeah, I'll put in a good word with Brett Keane if you spot me $20 because I'm a bit late on my rent this month. So,
really?
Von Helton wanted $20 out of Creamsicle just so that he could put in a good word so that maybe sorta Creamsicle could be a mod on Brett Keane's server.
Wow, that is so pathetic.
Yeah, because Von was behind on his rent, I guess. Damn.
How the fuck is $20? Is his rent $20? I don't know how.
No, I guess he just needed a little. He said he was a little short on his rent. So
whatever.
But he lives in the back of his mom's like
Yeah.
double wide trailer. So
Yeah, so I don't think he pays rent. Probably not. He probably just wanted to go buy like a 24 pack of Bud Light or something. Who knows?
yeah, or pay for his World of Warcraft subscription. Or
Yeah,
something.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a special individual.
Yeah, he's an individual situation.
A very situated individual, though.
Yeah. I don't know what game I should play tonight. Like, I don't know. I have fun playing Diablo 3, but it'd be fun. It'd be more fun to have others to play with me, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Did you see the thing at BlizzCon this year about the new Diablo announcement?
No.
So they announced the next
Mobile?
Diablo, which is like, yeah. And it did not go over well at all.
Yeah, it's pissed a lot of people off.
So
I
it's
think someone
only
sent it to
mobile?
Streamlabs.
Yep.
What happened?
I think someone sent in a Streamlabs earlier talking about Diablo Immortal. So yeah.
I think I missed that.
So it's made by a company that makes another game.
Maybe it was on
that is
DP
a
Underground
pay-to-
or something.
Okay.
It's made by a company that makes a pay-to-win mobile game, and so people are really mad about it. It's not even made by Blizzard, right?
Yeah.
And then like their response was, "Hey, so this game looks like it's got a lot of stuff that we wanted in Diablo. Do you think we're gonna get any of that in PC version?" And then everybody's just like, "Meh, nah." You guys have phones, right? You can just play it on the phone.
Yeah, you have phone. You guys don't have a phone. Come on,
Exactly.
you gotta
Is that what
make
they
sure you have a
said?
phone. Yeah. When someone asked about the desktop version, they were like, "What? You don't have phones, guys?" Because they got booed on stage at BlizzCon, which is basically, it's a convention all about people who love fucking Blizzard and the games they make. People who paid like money, like $100 entrance fee to get in there, and they got booed there by their fucking core audience.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, people love Diablo.
Yeah, because people had their hopes up, and probably too much, because people were expecting like Diablo 4. People were expecting the Diablo MMO, but something.
Oh,
better
dude,
than,
a Diablo MMO would be awesome.
Yeah, fuck World of Warcraft. That shit needs to die. Fuck it in the ass. Start from scratch with the Diablo universe. It's way fucking cooler. Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, so it wouldn't look like Diablo anymore, though. Then, right? It would be like third person.
It wouldn't.
Yeah.
It probably wouldn't be a bird's eye view. Yeah, it would. It would have to be like a third person perspective,
Yeah.
like how most MMOs are.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
they could try to do an MMO that was not like that, but I don't think it would work out.
No,
It'd be too
yeah,
much-
I'd rather it just be like that, third
Yeah,
person.
it'd be a kickback to like Ultima Online, which was an MMO from a third person or from a
Yeah.
view.
Yeah.
What I
So
would
was
really love-
Baldur's Gate was like that too.
Yep.
You mentioned Ultima Online. What I would really like is if they actually did, because I don't think they'll ever have two MMOs going at the same time, but if they actually did want to do this, they could have World of Warcraft be like, because that game is so watered down at this point, they could have that be like the casual MMO, and Diablo, since Diablo 2 was more of a hardcore game back in the day, like it was more brutal to play, to say the least. That could be the more hardcore MMO with more punishing elements, like Ultima was. Like that was, that type of shit. It'd be awesome.
I wonder if
And I want
anyone.
player housing too.
I wonder if anyone watching right now plays Diablo 3. So if anyone out there has Diablo 3, let me know in the chat. What I would like to do is get a party together, and we'll bring you all into the voice room in the Discord, and we'll play some Diablo
the
3.
Benpai Discord.
Yeah, yeah.
The Benpai Discord below. There's a link. If you're not in it already, you should be.
Yeah. Do that stuff.
And we're going to be using that Discord a lot more, too, so you should definitely get your butts in there. Even if you left at another point, come back in, because that place is going to be popping. It's going to be popping these next few months, so
Holy
stay tuned.
shit.
Yeah. I got to curb my enthusiasm a bit.
Get that goal done.
Yeah. Awesome.
As my birthday gift.
I had to
join us tonight, man.
I had to like kill the audio for a second and then turn it back on. So it like the last few like the last 10 seconds wasn't audible. There was like a glitch on my end where everything sounded super glitchy. So
well, what I was saying was everybody should donate to Ben for my birthday.
Oh, what the fuck?
Hell yeah, man. That's awesome. Yeah. Dude, thanks for coming on the show, by the way.
Yeah, thank you.
I asked him on a bit of short notice, and he was like, yeah, man, actually, I could do that shit. So, hell yeah. I really appreciate you coming on.
Huh?
It's been nice chilling out with you on a live stream. The last time we did this was on Underhaven. I talked to Skeptalklive on there. I talk to him pretty often, though. He's a cool guy.
So you're still like primarily doing the Twitch thing, right?
Yeah. We live stream on Twitch, and then I get edited versions out, like usually the day of or a day after. I take out all of our stuttering and shit and awkward moments, which you could say is the entire show, but I'm a little less anal than that.
But I was I was talking to Skeptalk. Skeptalk's on Twitch.
Oh yeah.
Too, right?
Oh yeah, he does Twitch too. Yeah.
Yep, twice a week. Do a talk show. It's inspired by this show and Drunken Peasants. So actually more inspired by your guys' segment you guys used to do where you would just take a look at articles almost specifically, yeah, right. Pretty much 2 hours of hypothesis, right?
Yeah.
Man, that's never been done before. But anyway, no. Here's the thing, though. You really should check out his channel, though, because he's got a lot of cool people that go on there. He covers. He has a lot of interesting segments, and his show is like a million times better than mine. So if you're watching mine, then you better watch his. He's the greatest talk show on Twitch, man. Greatest talk show on Twitch.
Let's see. You know what? I don't even know what level my character in Diablo 3 is. I was just asked. I don't even know. Let's see. I'm just gonna launch it really quick.
Take a peek into Diablo, man. I never played much of 3. It just didn't connect with me that well. I enjoyed 2 a lot. I mean, I see why people like it. It's just doesn't have the same appeal, I guess. It's kind of I guess it is a different game, but it's a way different game for me.
Yeah, I have to add game capture. It just works way better.
Well, one of the games that you could play, I know it's kind of a joke to some people, but it is free to play with a pretty fair business model, is Heroes of the Storm.
Yeah, I actually have Heroes of the Storm.
That's an enjoyable game.
Yeah, that's a good game to play. You should definitely try and hook up some matches on that. People used to hook up those types of matches in the DP Discord all the time. So there's definitely a base for it in the community.
What level is this guy? He's Barbarian, level 43.
Level 4D chess. Don't laugh at that. Don't laugh at that. I regretted saying that the minute I said it. Don't laugh at that.
Yeah, so I don't know if I'm going to play now. I don't know what to do right now. If you guys, if any of you guys have to go, just let me know, and then I'll probably play. But I'm all out of videos and shit. But I'm just going to keep streaming to try and.
Yeah, it's getting pretty late for me. So
all right,
I'm probably going to have to take out here pretty soon. Yep.
All right. You know what? I'll probably let both you guys go and take a break, and then
yeah,
and then I'll come back. So yeah, thanks for being on, both you guys.
Yeah.
Short notice, and but yeah, we'll be back next week, next Sunday with Pimpmunk and whoever else we have planned.
Yeah, some good ass guests.
Good ass guests.
Hell yeah.
So stay tuned.
Good night.
All right, guys.